Am I the a-hole? I have so many of them. But I'm going to play this next one only for the simple fact that the one that I had picked, I kind of think I already did play it. But either Diaz and or Tracy wasn't on here.
Okay.
So one of y'all would actually hear it for the first time. But I'm going to go ahead and put another week in front of it. So, you know, it could be kind of more fresh for whoever did hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and play this other one because let's just. I have been saying this for the longest time. And like I said, 3 years ago, I am not the person that I was 3 years ago. I have grown a lot socially. I refuse to be called a boomer anymore because some of the stuff that I've been thinking about when I was growing up, I found it was absolutely effing wrong. It was just easier for me to feel that way because of that. One of the things is pranks. And I thought, and I was one of the people who thought, what's wrong with a prank? It's stupid. It's not funny to me, but a prank is a prank. Till I realized that, you know, a prank really isn't a prank if everybody's not laughing, include the person that you're doing a prank on. So this is an example of a prank gone wrong.
My fiancé, male 31, proposed to me, female 28, days ago. He has this habit of joking around and pulling pranks from time to time. It bothers me sometimes, but I try to have patience. His family wanted to throw us an engagement party at a restaurant. I heard his mom talk about how expensive the place was and how much money they paid for reservations, so this was clearly a huge deal for them. My fiancé and I were getting ready. I noticed my engagement ring wasn't where I left it before I entered the shower. I freaked out and looked for it everywhere. I asked my fiancé about it, and he said he didn't see it. I freaked out and was running out of time for the party. He sat there watching me, almost losing my mind and trying to find it, to the point where I started crying because without the ring, I couldn't show up to the party. I kept thinking about what his family would say and how they'd think I was irresponsible to lose the ring that is somewhat expensive. I gave up looking and sat down and just cried in frustration. Next thing I know, my fiancé was standing in front of me, laughing with his hand extended to me with the ring in it. I asked where he found it, and he could barely speak and say that he hid it last minute before the party as a prank. I was in shock. He casually told me to get ready so we could get there on time, but I just sort of blew up on him and started yelling, saying he hid the ring, made me freak out for 2 hours almost, and almost made me miss the party. He was like, "Relax, it was a prank, okay? Don't make a big deal out of it and ruin the evening." I told him I wasn't going to the party, and that if his family asked, I would tell them it was because he hid my ring. He freaked out and started begging me to let it go and just go with him, but I refused and went into the bedroom, took my medication and stayed there. He lost it and kept saying that I blew this out of proportion and that I ruined my own party and cost his family money and disrespected them by not attending. His family found out and they were mad at him, but also me for choosing to not attend and getting over it. But I was in a horrible state emotionally and couldn't handle being in a public place after what had happened. Am I the jerk for choosing to not go after he hid the ring? Info. Why would you marry someone who thinks making you cry is funny? OP. He said that I'm prone to crying and that I get emotional and cry over every little thing, which isn't his fault, basically calling me a drama queen. I do tend to overreact sometimes, but I genuinely was worried about losing the ring.
Okay, I'll go first this time on this story. Only because I'm going to do something brand new just to see if it sticks or not. The guy that I listened to on this is our reader. I like his videos because he actually puts the comments in the video after the story. I really like that. It is really cool concept. The other stuff, not so much. But that I really like. So I actually have some of the comments that was said after this. Tell you off the bat now, I disagree with the last two. But so let me go ahead and get my rant over, and then I'll play the second video, and then I'll shut up and leave it up to Theus and Anna. It's not a prank. It's not funny. And for you to honestly think that making somebody panic for 2 hours is funny, it is to you. And what the worst thing that you could tell somebody who you had panicking for 2 hours is to get over it. Sorry, but not sorry, but we're in the second hour, and Thea's broke the rule the first hour anyway, so I'm not messing up anything. If you're sitting here trying to tell me to get over what I just went through, panicking over something that I thought I was lost just to make you feel better, fuck you. Because getting over it only helps one person out of the two people in this room right now. And it ain't me. It's just you. But just to take it a step further, this is one of those things you need to know in a relationship, period, point blank, in a discussion. You need to know what's going to piss your damn spouse off. You know what's going to make your spouse cry. And if you're willing to go and do all those things to do that, to make them mad, to make them cry, then you're a fucking lowlife. Who the hell goes out of their way? And I'm not talking about we have to have the discussion and we're going to have to sit down and have the hard talk. I'm not even talking about that because, yeah, I know I'm going to have a hard talk and you're going to feel some type of way, but this is something that we're going to have to discuss because for us to move forward, we're going to have this discussion. And I know you're going to feel some type of way about this, but we're going to have to talk about this so we can move forward together. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you legitimately going out of your way knowing, gee, I wonder what's going to make her cry. Gee, I wonder what's going to piss her off. That's what I'm going to do it. And you go out of your way to do it. That makes you a lowlife. That makes you fucking abusive, be honest with you. To be totally honest with you, it makes you damn abusive. That you get this sensation of making your spouse, your significant other, your fiancé cry. Because that was what your end result was. Prank my ass. The end result was you really enjoy making your fiancé cry. Something wrong with that. I'm not trying to speak for Theas, but so I'll speak for myself. In no way, shape, or form would I go out of my damn way to make sure Foxy cry or get mad. I'm not laying up at night trying to think of, what can I do to make Foxy pissed off or cry? And hiding behind a prank, grow the fuck up, even if you was to believe that. How damn old are you? There is a certain point where you need to cut that BS out. Pranks are for kids. Grow up. And if you want to prank, go prank your friends. Don't prank somebody that you lay beside every night. So with that being said, I'm going to play some of the rest of the responses to the video, and then I'm going to pull a Theas and Anna, and I'm going to mute myself so I make sure that I don't talk, because that's the only way I'm going to stop talking. So I'm going to mute myself so they can take the floor. Yeah, I got an attitude, Theas. Don't look at me like that.